Hickok 45. What are you staring at? Yeah, that's worthy of staring, isn't it? It's a beautiful Smith & Wesson, and probably going to shoot it in this video because look at all. Oh man, I'm the only one allowed to do any smoking around here. What's that barrel still smoking? I'm the only one who does the smoking. Usually it's pot smoking. You see the pot's all ready to get smoked. But anyway, that's our burn barrel, and it has a mind of its own. Decides to just light up sometimes. And I'm going to light this thing up. This is a model 29-2. You've not seen it. I did a little trading around, and I come into another model 29 that is a 4-inch blue, as you can probably tell. And it is very, very, very cool. We're going to shoot it. We're going to talk about it. I'm Hickok 45, and I'm going to shoot a 44. Is that all right? I have always admired the 4-inch 29s, but the blued ones have always been rather elusive over the years. Back in the 70s, I had a nickel one or two I traded around and out of and everything. And I had the 8 3/8, which I still have. You know, I had a 6-inch barrel one time, not 6.5, but a 6-inch barrel later on. But I never did have a 4-inch blue, and I always liked them. And as I've said before, I think they must just not have made as many 4-inch blue as they did, you know, the other models, 6.5 inch, 8 3/8, different barrel lengths. Because you just don't see as many of them still. Even if you look at someone at a gun show who has a lot of old collectible Smith & Wessons, well, I'm talking about 70s vintage or 80s even, this configuration just, they seem to be few and far between for some reason, okay? You'll see the nickel more often. So let's shoot it. I still consider the 4-inch Smiths, you know, I've had this one a long time, you've seen it, that's a 4-inch. Hey, just like this one. Really the only difference between these two, a few years, maybe about 10 years, 8 to 10 years, and then the material. That one is stainless. How's that? You couldn't tell that, could you? And this one is blue, but they're basically the same revolver. And as I have contended for a long time, the 4-inch and the 3-inch 29s, 44 mags, yep, they're 44 mags, but first and foremost, they're 44 specials. But I'm gonna go ahead and shoot some 44 mag right off here, okay? I don't want you to think I'm a wimp. But when I get these out, I'm more likely to shoot 44 special, okay? Or a little bit lighter Magnums, especially, because they're not as much fun. If you think firing hot 44 Magnum ammo in one of these is a lot of fun and you can shoot 2 or 3 boxes of this, hey, more power to you. But it's not fun to me because they bite you a little bit, you know. Nothing like a little extra barrel length to dampen the recoil a bit, just to make it a little more enjoyable. But I'll shoot some 44s to show you they work. And as I think I just said, I consider these more of a 44 special that will handle Magnums. A really versatile 44 special handgun, sort of. All right, so since we got Magnums, let's Magnumize something that needs to be Magnumized, like that 2-liter. Okay, if I'm gonna undergo the kick, the recoil, the pain for you all, let's make it count. Doggies. All right, now I've got that grip imprinted in my hand. Let's smoke some pot. We got power. Woo! Guess I'm gonna have to shoot it again. Oh, didn't mean to shoot yet. It's got a nice trigger. Woo! I'm gonna shoot with my left hand. Oh, you know what? I've got a barrel of water there. We were gonna shoot with a rifle and didn't do it. Some dummy like me forgot. So I'll just shoot it with this. How's that? I got my thumb on the hammer there just for safety. All right. Did I say barrel? I meant bucket. And unfortunately, there's another round. So let's try the cowboy. Oh man. Why do I do this? Ouch, 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 ouch. So y'all know I'm not a wimp when it comes to recoil. I think if you've seen a lot of our videos, but I don't know. The 44 mag is just more powerful than a lot of people think it is. I think what it is, in this world today with 500 Smith & Wesson mags and all these really incredibly powerful rounds, the thing is, and we've shot all those, a lot of you have too, one of the big differences is the fact that this is an end frame. Those things are on a X frame and they're heavy, and weight makes such a big difference in terms of recoil. As per my earlier discussion there about barrel length, that adds weight. And so you get a firearm like this, it's kind of a heavy gun, but it's not really heavy. And you put a hot round in it, it's going to knock you around. And especially with the old wooden grips, you could put some Hogue or some kind of rubber, big cushiony grips on it, and it's a lot more pleasant to shoot. And if you're going to shoot it a lot, I would recommend that. This is a really nice vintage piece. This one was made in '72. I've looked it up, and it's pinned and recessed. And we've got videos on all that, but it's and so it's just a nice old gun, 29-2, and y'all that know Smiths know this is a nice old pistol, and beautiful grips and everything. So I'm not going to overshoot it if that's possible, but I am going to shoot it some, and mostly specials. But it's just really nice. I just liked it. Got a good deal on my trade and everything, and so enough on that. Let's shoot some. These are what's in the box, 44 Special from Federal. I remember in an early video, I didn't know that Federal loaded 44 Special. I didn't see anything on their website or something, or maybe they didn't at the time. I don't know. We've got a video out there. I don't know if it's a Model 29 video, what it was. I ran across it not that long ago. Heard myself saying that Federal doesn't load 44 Special, and actually they did. It was soon after they started helping us out, and I just didn't realize it. So since then, I have ordered 44 Special from them quite often. Let's put something on this target. All right. It's got 44 Magnum on it, doesn't it? Oh, look at that. Look at that. Man, at that long range, I can still hit the bullseye. Pretty amazing. Gosh, let's try that orange 2-liter. So pleasant. Oh, so pleasant to shoot. And Kentucky 2-liter. He put on a show. Yeah, if you haven't discovered the joys of 44 Special, I hope you do. Because, as I was just saying earlier, how this is not that heavy a gun for hot 44 Magnum, but for 44 Special, it's just kind of the opposite. It is a kind of a heavy gun for 44 Special. You got the same ballistics almost as a 45 ACP, and you got a pretty hefty little revolver here. And so it's just very pleasant to shoot. And again, as I think I pointed out, I think that's the reason people, so many people regard the 44 Special round as so accurate, as being incredibly accurate. And that may be it. It may just be an inherently accurate round, more so than some others. I think a lot of it, though, is the fact that it's so pleasant to shoot, and you're able to, you're not having to deal with recoil, incredible blast, and that's not coming, and you just tend to shoot better. Just like if I put this aside and grab a 22 long rifle, you just tend to shoot it better because it's not going to hit you and knock you around so much. Let's hit and knock around the gong, though. I'm not sure where to hold, but we'll try it. All right, takes a while to get there. Uh-oh, saw that one. Yep, saw that miss. Yep. You see that one splatter into the leaves, and the leaves move over on the right? Let's shoot. Why did I take my ears off? I've got a couple more rounds. Let's just shoot weak-handed. Hit the stop sign. Boom. Boom. Yeah, pretty nice. Boy, it's nice to be able to shoot my left hand again. Gosh, I love that thing. Yeah, a 4-inch barrel or even a 3-inch barrel in an end frame in 44 Special is very, very pleasant to shoot. Now, it's not cheap. 44 Special is not. That's one of the criticisms of it, of course. But if you hand load, it's just like any other round, and you can find it. Just depends on how many rounds you shoot a month, how many thousands of rounds. I've dragged some of these out here I had in a bag. I'm not sure who loaded those or made them, but just to show you too, the 44 Special is a good defensive round in a lot of ways, and there's all kinds of, that looks like a spear gold dot or something. It's available in 44 Special. It's a great defensive round. That stuff is out there. I need to shoot those things. They're getting kind of corroded, aren't they? And I think I'll go ahead and do that. And then also, now one thing I know Federal does not load is a jacketed 44 Special. I hope I'm wrong on that too, but I'm pretty sure they don't. And I bought some online. I bought a bunch of, I forget who, Precision or something. I'm not sure the name brand. Just some jacketed rounds, as per a video we've posted recently about, just kind of cleaning the lead out after you've shot a few rounds, having some jacketed rounds, because that's not easy. I don't want to buy this stuff, because now this is old, but this can be really expensive because it's carry ammo. But anyway, as you can see, I've just been steeped in 44 Special for a long time, ever since I got into 44 Magnum back in 1974, not 1874. And so, I just loaded it and shot it, and I even shoot 44 Special in my big 8 3/8" barrel, 29 occasionally. It's really, really fun. Feels about like a 22. So this is defensive ammo. So in defense against that pot, let's see how it does. Yeah, it protected me against that pot and those evil bowling pins. And I think there's one more. I wonder if I could get lucky and hit that turkey over there. Aha, I got lucky. I had no idea where to hold. When in doubt though, guess where you ought to hold? On the target, okay? When in doubt. So I'm gonna mix up my Special and Magnum. I don't load 44 Special. Well, yeah, I do. Duh, what am I thinking about? I don't load it very often. About once every 10 years, I'll load up a bunch of it like that. And, and then that's it. Change my press over and everything. But lately, I've not done much hand loading of anything, really, lately. Luckily, I have some certain rounds stocked up, because when I get my presses set for a certain, whatever it is, 45 Colt, 45 70, I usually try to load several hundred or thousands of them while I'm doing it. 44 Special. Let's put some on the tree. Fun. How about the cowboy? How about that cinder block down there, or that piece of it? Yeah, now the cowboy, whatever got left for him. I'm gonna shoot his hat off. Yep, missed him, went high, I think. There we go, got him in hat, top of the hat. Click. Beautiful gun, beautiful revolver. It's a little dirty when you shoot it, but they clean up just like a new one. You could shoot 44 Special all day long, and it just doesn't kick you around, and it's kind of like 38 Special or something versus 357 Magnum, and you just shoot it all day long. Now here's some 44 Magnum, but these are a little bit more moderate. I'll shoot a few of those too. Okay, not shoot those factory rounds. Burn my hand. These cases is getting dirty. So I've been shooting a lot of Special. And as I've pointed out before, they're not as long, your case isn't as long, so you get a ring of dirt in that chamber further back. And so when you put in the 44 Magnum, a longer case, it's got to push through that dirt, that crud, so sometimes you got to be careful of that. If you're going to go out and shoot both, maybe you shoot your hot rounds first and then you shoot 44 Special. Usually I don't have a problem with it, unless you just shoot I don't know, 50, 44 special rounds, and then you start to try to load a 44 Magnum. And even then, it kind of depends on the contour of the bullet and everything else, how dirty your powder was and all that. Okay, what have I got? 44 Magnum. All right, well, let me just go over there and try a Buffalo. All right. That's a good shooter. I like it. I'll try that pig. I really haven't shot it much. Oh boy. Yeah, and that load doesn't feel too bad. It's not bad at all. I'll try that other ram over there on the right. Didn't hit him hard enough or high enough. Did that time. Nice. I guess it's partly me, but I've been shooting these big Smiths for so long, since '74, and I've told you I've got 70 to 75,000 rounds through the 8 3/8 inch 44 and everything. It's kind of like a Glock. I've shot so much, or a Colt single action, that when I pull one up to shoot it, it just feels so natural to me. And what I did there, I got dirt in it or something. But it just feels so natural. I've held it so many times, and I'm so accustomed to that white outline sight, the red ramp front sight. It's just such a common feeling for me. The wide hammer and trigger, I've shot them so much, and if it hits anywhere close to the point of aim, I have no excuse, for missing it, because these triggers are always great on these old Smiths, and it just feels so natural to me, just from the repetition of shooting them. And 4 inch, 6 inch, 8 inch, whatever the length of the barrel, it just feels so good. Boom. That what I'm trying to say is I enjoy shooting. Okay. And that's a nice load. If you can find a moderate Magnum load without hand loading it, good luck. I'm not sure where you find that. Since day one that I've been involved in 44 Magnum back in the early 70s, he's like two choices: load your own, or you've got bombs. When you buy a box, it's hot, and these American Eagle pretty hot. All right, so all right, let's go to some specials here now. What do we want to shoot? Okay, let's shoot right here. These are nice. It's interesting, these 44 specials I noticed from Federal. I like those big old hollow point. Oh, there's a weird one. It's got a little bit of defect. They don't chamber in a Charter Arms. It's funny, they because of the design of the bullet, the chamber is shorter or something, and they won't. You have a heck of a time getting them all the way in. At least on the Charter Arms I have, the Bulldogs. And I was surprised by that recently. What was going on there? Okay, these are nice rounds. So, what else needs to be shot? Anything? Gotta put another one on the gong. Have I hit it enough? There we go. And Mr. Cowboy. Lots of fun. And like I said, I've told you all this before. I think I've talked about how Elmer Keith did a lot of experimentation and with the 44 Special, and that's one of the reasons we have the 44 Magnum. He wanted more power among other people, and he was famous for carrying a 4-inch 44 Magnum, just in a holster like this, 4-inch, and doing all of his hunting with it and everything. This happens to be from Diamond D Custom, this rig. A lot of good holsters. This one is a cross draw. I kind of like a cross draw. So when I'm on my horse, I can just reach over there, and all that kind of thing. Just kidding, I don't ride a horse. But just for knocking around, now he rode a horse, and you have enough power. It's not a gigantic firearm, but it's powerful enough that you may want something better against a grizzly bear, but it beats a 380 or a 22 long rifle, and it can be packed with you without too much trouble. I'm sure some of you folks in Alaska even carry a 44 Magnum. Many of you carry, I know, a 10 millimeter. I hear from you, 44 Magnum. Then a lot of you won't even leave the house unless you have 500 Magnum or 460 or something bigger than that, or a rifle, So, but nice rig, nice firearm, nice size, fairly compact, but yet a lot of power. So, any other lies I meant to tell you about it? I have to sort out all my brass here. I hate to mix up special with Magnum. I didn't do a good job of that today. But I've got just all kinds of stuff I've loaded. Here's some jacketed rounds I've loaded. I'm running out of those. I loaded those a while back, and a few of those left because I've just been a 44 person for a long time, and I'm happy to have a 4-inch in this now, because they're just beautiful firearms and they're fun to shoot. Okay, if you have avoided the Model 29s in your life because you fired one somewhere and it just almost broke your hand, and that's happened to a lot of people, just be aware. There are 44 special rounds out there, and you can actually make one of these pleasant to shoot, whatever the length of barrel it is. So if you have a yen for one, but you were afraid to fire it and thought, well, I never want to shoot it, I love them, but they're too powerful. They don't have to be. They can be very pleasant to shoot. And with that said, I think I'll wrap up with 4 more of these, or 6 more, before I let you go, because I just want to shoot it again. I know John wants to shoot it. Let's put a couple of rounds here. 6 of these specials, and maybe just put them on the target. All right, I'll just go double action. So, nice old round, nice old gun, vintage Smith & Wesson, hard to beat. The guns of my youth, as I call them quite often. As I was early into firearms and collecting and shooting, these were the guns, and I still like them just as much. Can you tell? So 4-inch Model 29-2, made in 1972. Life is good.
Oh, hi, didn't see you there. I was just playing my favorite country and western song. While I've got you here, I want to remind you to check out our friends over at SDI, the Sonoran Desert Institute. You can find them at sdi.edu. They are a fully accredited online distance learning program where you can become get an associate's degree in firearms technology or become certified in gunsmithing. So if you're interested in a career like that, please go check them out, sdi.edu. Also, while you're on the internet, please go to hickok45.com and see everything we have over there. We have all of our social media links and all that kind of thing, like full30.com, links to our store. We have t-shirts now that you can acquire for yourself through Bunker Branding. Matt from Demolition Ranch's new company. It's Hickok45 on Twitter, just to save you the time from going to the website. Hickok45 on Facebook. The Real Hickok45 on Instagram. There's a John Hickok YouTube channel. There's a John_Hickok45 Instagram where I post some stuff. So please go check that out. And then I'm going to get back to playing this country song.